excited about this salad. I'm excited to go home and try to pickle some stuff.
Yes.
I don't know about maybe strawberries, but probably onions because I love pickled onions. Because I buy it at the store and it's like $8, $9.
Right.
I could just make it myself.
One onion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is it red onion or white onion?
Red onion.
Red
you could
onion.
get the pink.
Okay.
White onion. You can do white onion too, but red onion gives you that. What you normally see as a pickled onion is normally with red onion because it already is red.
Okay.
And so it'll give it that nice pink color.
Yep.
But if you could do white, it's no big deal.
No, I'll do the red because I like it how it is.
And you do them thick or thin. I like mine thin for the sandwich and thick for like charcuterie.
Nice.
Preference.
So what you been up to, girlfriend? I know you got a lot going on. So you have your cookbook. You just have one cookbook?
Yes, I have my cookbook, Kitchen Conversations with Chef Tregaye on Amazon. Go get that.
Check it out.
Yep. And so that book, I love that book because it's not just a recipe book. It's a book of stories.
Oh, I love those type of books.
So it's about all the kitchens of my life. Starting from my grandmother's kitchen to my culinary college kitchen to when I first worked in kitchens. And to my Food Network kitchen, and then to my own kitchen here now.
Yes.
And so I'm excited about that. I love that book. I'm thinking about writing another one with my son.
Nice.
He wants
now,
to
how old is he now? Because he's getting big.
Yes, he is 12 now. My oldest son is 21 now. He'll be 22.
He's a man now.
Oh, look at me. Look at me with a grown man. And I'm excited. He's been doing some great work, which segues me into the new project we're doing.
Okay.
I have a brand new show coming out. I cannot say the name of the show just yet, but when I find out, you'll know because she'll tell you, or we'll pop it up later on.
Yes.
But it will be on VIZIO, so make sure if you follow me on Instagram at Chef Tregaye, turn on your notifications because I'm going to be talking about it a lot.
Yes, big announcement.
But I'm excited about that.
And your son's doing it with you, or?
Yes. So he's not doing it with me. He produced it.
Come on now. I love that. Family business.
When I say I'm so proud of him, I can't even express how proud I am of him because he had to find his confidence. You know, when you're at that stage between a young man, you have older boys, but between a young man and a grown man, and it's like you think everything you do is wrong. Yeah. Like we don't all go through the same stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you're not the only one. It's okay, you know.
Okay.
And I think I'm so glad because he's gotten past that. He has more confidence in himself because for the longest time I would tell him your work is great.
Yeah.
But he just couldn't see it.
What was he always into producing?
Yeah, he's always into photography. He's always been into photography.
Okay.
And now he's trying to take it on into cinematic and videography and things like that. So he was a little nervous because he's confident in video and photography, but not video. So I was like, well, you've done so many projects. Well, I got a new project, and I'm gonna have you produce it.
Come
and so
on
he
now,
said, okay.
putting your son on legacy.
Now he's gonna have producer credits.
That's awesome.
It's so good. So I'm proud of him. And then my show Tregaye's Way is on Prime. And I love that show because all of my friends and family are on that show. So everybody on that show are my real friends, my real family. It's no character.
That's what makes it so authentic.
Yes, I created all the recipes. It was really like a full circle moment for me. I spent so many years in Food Network. You've been in television. You know how that goes.
But how did you get your big start?
So
on TV wise.
That's an interesting story. So I have this story called The Little Black Dress. I'll tell you this little bit. Other than that, you got to get the book.
And I'm going to just...
get on in there.
Looking too good.
Get on in there. So when I first started, I was a chef, just around and doing my own thing. And I got tired of making money for other people. I would be the one that I'm getting $1 million deals because of my menu. I'm like, that could have been my million. Yeah. And so I decided one day just to take matters into my own hand. I went on Instagram and I found a whole bunch of different chefs that are like-minded, and we started this group called the Chefs Roundtable.
Okay.
And we just would meet up and just talk and just create and get into it. And I was like, well, that's the only way I'm gonna get out of this is if I step out, meet other people.
Yes.
Nothing on this earth no one has done anything by themselves.
Yep.
No one. We all need somebody. So
we're not created to do things by ourselves.
Right.
Everybody got their own gifts.
Correct.
And the whole body
is one. And so I said, okay, well, we did that thing. And then they were like, hey, you want to do the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network? So I was like, sure. They were like, well, but you're going to do like, just be like on team, not like a lead. I said, boy, I don't care if I'm changing the tires. Put me on the show. Right. So we didn't make it. They said we were all too good. and it would make for a boring show.
Yeah, they don't like they like the drama.
No. So they needed some drama. So a little bit later, they called me and they said, but we like you. And so they wanted me to come back. And so I got my start doing Cutthroat Kitchen and Guys Grocery Games.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
And I won those shows. And then I remember sitting in my bed manifesting, looking at Food Network Star season 11. And I remember looking at it and thinking like, dang, why they didn't call me? I want to do this show. I said, it's okay. They're going to call me. I'm not filling out the application either. They're just going to call me. Girl,
Right.
2 weeks later, I kid you not, Beat Bobby Flay, Guys Grocery Games, and Food Network all called me at the same time. Beat Bobby Flay would have been the first time show. Guys Grocery Games wanted me to come back for a redemption episode, and then Food Network Star. But I had to choose because they were all around the same time.
Okay.
So, of course, I'm going to choose Food Network because I get a job, like a real job with the network.
Yes.
Mind you, I get out there, before I even get out there, before I even knew I got on the show, we're still getting picked. And I was broke. I had no money at this time. This was back when I had no money. Okay, lights due, no money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, it's cool. I'm about to be up. So I go to the mall and I see this black dress. It was about $500.
Oh, okay, it's fancy dress.
Mind you, my light bill was about $3 to $4. Okay, so I'm like staring. I'm sweating in the store trying to think about getting this dress. And so I said, you know what? Swipe the credit card.
For
Just
the
give me the
interview,
dress.
for the audition?
No, that's the dress that I was gonna wear when I won.
Yes, because you gotta be ready, right?
Yeah. And mind you, I haven't got picked.
Yeah, no, I love it.
I haven't even got flowed out. They haven't even told me I'm gonna be on the show. I just said, this is the dress I'm gonna wear. A little bit later, they called me and they said, you made it. I said, okay, great. I said, well, this is the dress that I'm gonna wear when I win. I would never forget, I saved the email and she sent me back a laughing emoji and said, oh, that's so great. I love your confidence.
So cute.
But that is the dress I wore when I became the only African-American woman to win Food Network Star.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
And that's how I got my start. That's how I got hired as a Food Network TV personality. Now, when I got into the game, it was very difficult because, you know, I've always had it was difficult. The show was difficult.
Yeah.
You know, they flew me out. I'm out here for 2 months. I'm away from my family. They take your credit cards. They take your ID. They put you in a room, put tape on the door because they don't want you to sneak out at night and get, you know, sneak and get, you know, answers or help or whatever. Yeah. It was hard, but because, you know, you're getting a job, so you need to be on point. And I just remember no one here talks like me. No one looks like me. No one.
Was that your first time in an environment like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was like I didn't even know how to feel. You know what I mean? But I just knew I had to do it.
And you knew you were supposed to be
I was supposed to be here. I'm here. I know I'm supposed to be here. And I remember just praying and just like, God, just keep me. It was some difficult times.
Yeah.
There was some moments, you know, on the show.
Oh.
Yeah, it was some moments. Okay. And I had to figure that out, and I did it, you know, so I was really, really happy about that. But graduating out of that, you know, I think people don't understand the concept of you have to understand now there's a different adjustment now.
Yeah, it's just the
levels.
levels. Yeah, you still got to keep going.
You still got to keep going, and you're learning throughout the process. Because me, I'm thinking I won, okay, now, because now 2 months go by, okay, boom, I won. And now I'm like, okay, I'm about to be like Anna Gartan and you know what I'm saying, Paula Deen. I'm about to have my own show. Woo! Girl, it was horrible. It was cool. I got the first show. It was okay. I got the second show. It was cool. I feel like it wasn't really me, you know, because it wasn't my stuff. But I'm new, you know, so I'm just kind of going with the flow. And I just kept going. Then I started doing other things. You know, I've got like 35 episodes, The Best Thing I Ever Ate. I've done Guys Grocery Games a couple times, Cutthroat Kitchen a couple times. And now I'm a celebrity judge and doing all these things. I still kind of felt like it's missing something else. I need my chance. I've been here now at this point. Food Network was like, this is 3 years in, 4 years in, maybe 5. And I was like, okay, now, what we doing now?
So now you had to step out again.
Now, I was just minding my business. See, that's why you need to make sure your social media is your storefront.
Yes.
Your social media is your storefront. It's not a place.
Watching.
Yes. It's not a place for you to just post random things. Social media is business to me.
Yeah, I'm learning.
I'm not just putting up my dog unless I'm trying to get a
dog sponsorship.
A dog sponsorship.
Dog brand.
I did that now, and shout out to General Mills because they send my dog stuff all the time now. But that's really the only time I'm posting my dog, you know,
Got
feeding
it.
them the treat because I want to catch that eye, because I want that $75,000 deal, you know, or
Yes,
something
yes.
like that. And I would just be posting every day and posting every day. It was kind of quiet. I got a little quiet. I was in between shows. I didn't know what was next.
Right.
I just knew this is what was my dream, though, and I know I can't be finished.
Right.
And this also is a story of how you should be nice to everyone.
Because you never know who paths you'll cross.
I was doing a show called Grill of Victory. It was a really fun show. There was a woman, she used to bring me my coffee all the time and just talk to me all the time. And she was, I think, one of the ADs or something. I'm not sure who she was at that time, but I was just always nice to her. This woman DMs me years later and says, "Hey, I'm over at OWN now."
Woo!
I said, "Oh, okay." She was like, "And Miss Lady O wants to do her first show of food blocks, her very first food shows." And I told her she would be crazy not to have you. What? I'm like, "Okay, girl, sign me out." She was like, "But I need all your information and I need it right now." Mind you, I'm out with my son for his birthday. Girl, I was at the table getting all that done. That's another thing. When it's time
Be
to go,
ready,
you
gotta
got
stay
to
ready.
go. Yeah, you got to go. You can't just sit back because there's other people waiting to take your spot.
That's right.
And so ended up getting the show, Tregaye's Way. Tregaye's Way season 1, Tregaye's Way season 2.
Okay.
You know, OWN decided not to keep food because, you know, it was a block. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But it was like after that, Food Network finally gave me my own show, which was 𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐠𝐞𝐭. Because I had shows with Food Network, but it was always with someone else.
Yes.
And so they finally gave me my own show,
They
𝐾𝐨𝐬𝐫𝐠𝐞.
finally saw the light.
And so they put that out, tried to put that out before Tregaye's Way came out. And so at that point, that's when I felt like I was like, I have now descended into like my purpose. Like,
Yes.
this is what I'm doing. I'm good. And girl, now I just be floating. And then years later, I've always opened restaurants for people, but I never wanted to open my own, girl.
Yeah.
'Cause I know the struggle. And you know, work-life balance is everything to me.
It is.
And I don't want to be in a restaurant all night. And I've done that. I travel so much, miss my family,
In the early stages.
In the early stages. I don't want to do that. I want to be in control of my life. I feel that if I'm not happy, I don't want to do it.
Right.
When I wake up in the morning, if I don't feel like passionate about it, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. And my partner, Asa, he built this place, and originally he had another concept, and I was like, let's do a restaurant. And he was like, well, you know what? I was talking to another chef. And
Now, how did you know him? Did you already know him, or?
my friend, Erica, she knows I cater.
Okay.
Big caterer, ATL, okay? And she was like, girl, yo, because what I do, she was like, man, this is it. This will be a
next
spot.
level.
And she knew I was looking for a spot. At this point, I didn't know if I wanted a restaurant or I wanted an event space.
Okay.
But I was like, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I know a guy, he has a restaurant, a place downtown, an event space is what she said. So I said, okay, I'm gonna check it out. Baby, I walked in here, I said
Was
event
it this?
space. It was just like this.
Wow.
So I said, event space? And I was like, no.
Because it had the kitchen. Right?
Yeah. I was like, oh no, this need to be a restaurant. And he was like, okay. He was like, you know, so I was like, man, look, me and Rob and you, we can do this thing. So he's like, all right. And that's what we did.
That's amazing.
He built this place. This wall right here is a piece of history. You know, the beautiful thing about Auburn Angel, the reason why it's named Auburn Angel is because it kind of represents the angels of Auburn Avenue. You know, Auburn Avenue is a historic place.
Yes.
And we wanted to keep the memory of that alive, the culture of that alive. This place used to be a rib shack.
Oh, wow.
It was here for years and years and years, and then it burnt down.
Okay.
So we kept this wall.
But it feels so good in here. It's like
Right?
it's meant to be.
It's like it's meant to be here. And so we kept this as a piece of history, as something to remember. And I thought that was just so beautiful, you know, for him to do that. And I was just like, I love it. I love what you've done. I love it. Now let me come in here and put my 𝐬𝐻 on it. You know, let Rob come in here and put his 𝐬𝐻 on it.
Yes.
And let's just take it to the next level. And I have to say, we are a dream team.
But that's a blessing.
We
'cause
work
it's
very
not
well
always
together.
Like that.
Yeah. You know, it takes time to get to learn each
Yes,
other.
yeah.
I won't lie. You know, we've had moments,
Yeah,
where we have to get to learn each other a little
But
bit.
you all have the common goal.
Right.
And you're on the same team.
Right.
So you work through
So we
all
work
that.
through it. Yeah, we work together. We have the tough conversations and we move past it. But it's not a lot of those.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part,
That's a
it's
blessing.
all good. It really is. So I love it. I mean, we do everything here. It's a restaurant. We're open Tuesday through Friday for lunch, 11 to 3.
Okay.
We're open Thursday. Actually, starting next week, Wednesday. We'll be open Wednesday through Saturday, 5 to 10 p.m. for dinner.
So then you'll have to do a dinner menu.
Well, Rob does the dinner menu.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob does the dinner menu. And then weekends, Rob and Meg is our in-house pastry chef.
Oh.
They do brunch from 11 to 3. And Meg makes all of our bread. So all of our breads are made in-house.
Oh,
if you have a
nice.
piece of bread in here, it was made from scratch.
Okay.
Your club sandwich, the bread was made here, potato bread. The rolls, the cinnamon rolls, if it's bread, it was made in-house.
That's awesome.
And so we try to do a lot of farm to table things. We try to locally source. If you look at our bar, you'll see that there's not a lot of like brands,
Big brands, yeah.
like 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and Hennessy, but we will have an Uncle Nearest, a black owned.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Whiskey and things like that. We do have local Atlanta whiskeys and vodkas and tequilas and things like that. We want to sow into our community. And we want to show that they're just as good as a Hennessy and a 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭. And you know, you'll never see hookah here. You know what I mean?
It doesn't give hookah
It's just like
anyway.
a vibe. Yeah, you know, if you want to have a DJ, if you want to have music, if you want to have whatever you want to have, you can have here.
So people can rent this space out, and then you provide the food too.
Yes, yes. People can rent the space out. We will provide the food. We will provide the staff. We provide the entertainment if you need so.
What's the maximum capacity?
Inside is 65. Outside is 55.
Awesome.
And now our brand new patio is being built by my partner right now as we speak, literally as we're talking. And he's building that up. So I'm so excited for summer.
That's gonna be
it's going to be real good. We got a lot of big events coming up here that we're going to be doing. I curate all the events. So I make all the special events. My last event, we did a game night dinner.
Oh,
So it was for
like fun.
Wild Game. Wild Game
Oh,
meat.
game.
Game
I'm
meat.
thinking games.
I know. And I want to do that, but I'm just trying to think of how to eloquently do it.
Yes, how to elevate it. Like
we did like lamb, rabbit, venison, alligator.
Ooh.
It was really good though. I love to give people an experience.
Yeah.
And I love for people to step outside of themselves and try something different. And so many people were just like trying things and just loving it.
Yeah.
Like everyone loved it. We sold out and every plate came back to the kitchen empty. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but chefs look at your plates when they come back. That's how we know if you liked it or not.
If you like it or not.
So
how can people find you guys? I know Chef Tregaye for yours, but is it just at Auburn Angel?
It's Auburn Angel. So on the social media, we're Auburn Angel ATL.
ATL. Okay.
Yep, Auburn Angel ATL. And then, you know, of course, Chef Tregaye. I'm Chef Tregaye everywhere. I made it easy for you.
Yes.
I made it easy for you.
Yes.
I'm super excited though. Summer's coming. Junior Chef Summer Camp is here.
Oh.
This is our 9th year doing my Junior Chef Summer Camp through my nonprofit Any Given Supper.
Ooh.
I'm so excited.
So are you going to do something here, or were you going to?
Actually, yes. This year, so every year we do activation.
Okay.
Last year, it's like a graduation activation. It's like showing their parents and friends and family everything they learned. Last year, they did like a big 4th of July party. The year before last, they did cooking classes for the cancer patients at Piedmont Cancer Wellness Center.
that's nice.
They taught
And
them
you
how to
teach them
cook.
back, yeah.
And so this year, they're going to do a restaurant takeover. So the kids will be the cooks. The kids will be the waiters.
Oh, the service, everything.
We're going to do a pop-up makeshift bar. So they're going to make mocktails. I have a mixologist actually coming in here and teaching them how to, it's not just going to be mixed juice. It's not just going to be mixed juice.
If Tregaye is involved, it's going to be elevated.
Next level. So I'm super excited because everybody will be
When
able to
is
buy
that?
tickets July 13th.
July 13th.
July 13th. So make sure y'all go to auburnangel.com and you guys will be able to purchase tickets.
And then can you sign up for a newsletter like on your
Yes,
website?
and if you want information about the kids, just sign up and put your email on cheftregaye.com.
Okay.
And that's where you can see like it automatically sends you out things the kids are doing, things that I'm doing, local events and things like that are naturally on there. So those are important. cheftregaye.com and auburnangel.com. I really want y'all to come out and support these babies. They are so good.
And what's their age range?
8 to 18.
Oh, I love it.
They are so good. They get it's a free camp. Their parents don't pay. They get a knife kit. They get one of my cookbooks.
So how can people get involved and help with the foundation? Can they sponsor like students or
Yes,
anything?
yes. I'm so glad you said that because, man, sponsorship has been crazy right now. Shout out to Kroger because Kroger is looking out for us this year. But if you want to sponsor a kid, you head over to ChefTregaye.com and you just click on Junior Chef Summer Camp and it will just direct you to how to sponsor. It's $150 to sponsor a kid. That will take care of them for the whole summer. Sponsor 2 or 3 kids, okay?
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends, because we don't want their parents to have to pay. You know, this whole program is, I created this program to create a safe space for kids to be creative without their parents having to stress about where am I going to get the money.
Yes.
So it's going to take all of us. They get another book that I'm going to actually recommend for you.
Okay.
They get this book that called the Culinary Artistry book. Back when I was young and I started, my chef said, "This is your new Bible." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah, this is your Bible." I said, "Well, I don't play with the Lord like that now. This ain't my Bible." But okay. But no, it really is. It ended up being, I still use it to this day. It's the foundation. So it's called the Culinary Artistry book.
Okay.
Culinary Artistry. It's a black and white book by Andrew 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐺. You can get it off Amazon, 14 bucks. And it's literally like a food index. So it'll say chicken. It's going to tell you everything that tastes good with chicken.
Oh.
Peppers. It's going to tell you everything
like
that tastes good with pepper. Yes, 𝐸𝐻𝐭. If you go into a next level and you want to know how to like pair umi or octopus or something like that, then you would go to the Flavor Bible.
Okay.
But I always start with the Culinary Artistry book. So they get that book, they get my book, they get a signature knife from me, and then they get a full utensil kit.
I love that.
Yes.
I didn't know anything about that. That's
Yes,
amazing.
yes,
And
yes.
that's why you are continually blessed, because you bless others.
Yes, girl, let me tell you something. I started doing this camp for free. I used to partner with another nonprofit, and they would give me the kids, and then I would just volunteer my time, but it was only for girls.
Okay.
And it was so many young boys that wanted to join. Actually, one of my star students, his name is Adam. Shout out Adam. He is so good. And I couldn't imagine if I didn't open it up to everyone.
Yes.
And so I just went out, I said, I'm going to get my own nonprofit then. And I'm just going to do my own thing. And we're 9 years in now.
That's good.
And they do so good, and they're so excited, and they're just so bright. And
out of the 9 years, have some graduated and went on? And
yes,
big things?
Lauren is one of my biggest success stories. Lauren, when she started with me, her name is Lauren Strong. She started with me at 14.
Okay.
She was very shy. I also teach them communication skills because as a chef you have to be confident. So I teach them that, and she didn't know what she wanted to do, but she knew she wanted to cook. And so I was like, okay, well, let's just try everything. So she ended up landing on baking, which I don't know how, because girl, I don't bake, but you know, we figured it out. So once she decided that, I put her with my pastry chef.
Okay.
And then, but she still wanted to do savory, so we grew. She did the camp every year. Now she's 22. And just graduated college with a degree in food science.
Good for her. That's awesome.
In food science, and she still cooks. She still has her LLC, La La Sugar and Spice. We started that LLC for her at 16.
Yeah, because you're teaching them, right? You're your
So
own entity.
I teach them how to get their own LLC. I offer them access to get their own LLC. I teach them how to build their business, how to cater, how to do all the things that they want to do. I teach them that culinary is it's an umbrella. It's not just one thing. You don't have to just work in the kitchen.
Yes, it's art.
It's art. And which is why I think I'm able to teach the kids, because I've done everything. I mean, just about everything. And this year I actually just became a culinary college professor at Gwinnett Tech College.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's my retirement plan. So I do that, like, you know, I moonlight and do that every now and again. Because I just had a vision of when I'm like 60, walking into class with my briefcase and my coffee, teaching my students. And you know, just, I don't want to be on my feet my whole life. You know what I mean? And then I just want to pay it forward.
And you like being amongst the people.
Yeah, I like being amongst people, and I like showing people what you can do. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you don't want to cook in the kitchen? Write about it. Be a cookbook author.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the kitchen? Podcast. Start your own podcast. Start your own TV show. It's easy. TikTok and YouTube, and they make it easy now.
Hello.
You gotta put the work in though. And you still gotta put the work in. You still gotta pay to play. You still gotta invest. But just commit. And if that doesn't feel good to you, all right, you want to try something? Be a farmer. Grow the food.
Yeah.
Learn from them. There's so many things you can do in the culinary realm. And everybody needs to eat, and everybody needs to learn how to cook. So
Yes.
yeah,
It's a life
it's a life thing.
thing. Well, this has been an amazing day. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you,
I am so
friend.
happy for you and so
Thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank
And God's
you.
just going to continue blessing you because you can see the fruit all over you.
Thank
And
you,
you have
friend.
such a good heart.
Thank
and
you,
you're such an
friend.
inspiration to others, too.
Make me cry, girl. You're so cute. Yes, thank you. I do appreciate it. I appreciate, you.
And I think we
wanting to
should
learn
get
from me.
together and do the charcuterie
Yeah.
boards.
Oh, yes,
a
stay
lot of
tuned.
different
We
things.
got some
Yeah,
stuff
we got
coming
some
for
things
y'all.
coming.
Yeah, it's gonna be cute.
This is a great space, and I think everything is all about collaboration and
Mm-hmm.
supporting one another, doing business
Yes.
with people that do business with you.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
I'm looking
correct.
forward to everything.
Me too.
And I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you, friend.
All right, everyone. Well, we thank you for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed this meal. We'll put the recipe in the description, and we'll see you in the next time. Love and light.